Hi, my name is Laura Coelho, and I'm graduating from the Honors Bachelor of Commerce program here at DeGroote. To me, what this means is really being able to kind of share the message that I really wanted to share with my graduating class, which is that it's okay to not have everything figured out. Things will work out even if it's not the way that you originally planned it to, because the best is yet to come. So what's important is just to keep a positive mindset and be willing to kind of anticipate what's coming and seeing what potential opportunities may come forward. I would tell myself in first year, slow down. You have time, and it's okay to take your time and prioritize your mental health, your well-being, while also trying new things. I think with first year, there's so much that you can grasp and take into account, and I definitely encourage everyone to raise your hand, try something out of your comfort zone, but also make sure that you're doing that within your own boundaries and your own limitations, because you want to make sure that you're prioritizing yourself as well. And I think in first year, I would get so overwhelmed, maybe a poor mark on my first midterm would really get me down, but it also encouraged me to motivate myself to study harder, try my best, and get past that course. And now looking back at it 5 years later, it was a small hiccup, but it taught me a lot about myself in terms of I'm able to do it. So definitely slow down, take your time, and enjoy it, because before you know it, you're going to be graduating. So my area of focus is marketing and communications, and what intrigues me so much about that area is that there's an art of storytelling to it. You're trying to find the right way to connect with your audience, and a lot of times that incorporates creative aspects. So being able to kind of marry my passion for art and presentation and bringing that all together into marketing has really elevated my interest in classes such as integrating marketing communications, sales management, trying to connect with other individuals, and also the electives that I've chosen. I really love Japanese culture, I love anime, and I found out this year that there's a Japanese anime course, which I highly recommend. That course, you even get to draw in anime style, which is super cool. So being able to kind of bring those together definitely makes your courses a little bit more fun. Something I learned from my colleagues in previous internships is how important work-life balance is and not letting go of your hobbies. So when it comes to that, I love weightlifting, I love dancing. I'm going to continue to do drop-in classes. Growing up, dancing wasn't necessarily my forte, but something I loved. So I joined Mac Dance Recreational when I got here, and I really loved doing that every week. And then when it comes to filling my time outside of that, I also started my own small business in November 2020, Kicks by Coelho on Instagram, and that's where I hand paint custom design sneakers. That kind of came from a sentimental gift that I created for my boyfriend back in 2019 that I evolved into a business model, and I've really been able to kind of showcase my art. It's where I lose track of my time. I can paint anywhere from 3 to 9 hours in one sitting and honestly lose track of time. So I hope to continue doing that alongside my full-time role that I'm starting right after graduation. The greatest lesson I learned is that you're only as strong as those around you, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to lean on your support system. They're called a support system for a reason, and you don't need to burden yourself and put everything on yourself. Be willing to share with others and ask for help, because they're there for you, whether that's your friends, your professors, student experience, or anyone else within the DeGroote community. We're all going through shared experiences and difficult experiences, so being willing to kind of share that together, and you can come out stronger in the end together. That was truly a full circle moment for me. In my first year, I joined JDCC Incubator because I wanted to get case experience, and my goal was to get on the marketing team and to compete. And fortunately, I was able to do that. And eventually I did 2 delegate roles on marketing and business strategy. I was an executive, and this year I was able to be co-captain alongside my best friend, Anna Bacco. And she'd been there with me as well since first year, and being able to kind of bring that together, seeing how much work each delegate put into that experience, over 700 hours of practices, 2,100 volunteer hours and fundraising and everything that went up to it. When it got to that weekend, it flew by so quickly, and being able to see my delegates really present themselves, put on their best show, and have that recognized was so fulfilling to me, and I'm so fortunate I had that experience. And even though I'm really grateful for the fact that we won School of the Year and really proud of that accomplishment that we were able to do as a team, what mattered to me is having delegates come up to me and say how much of an a change this experience had in them and what a difference it made, the friends that they made and what they learned about themselves. And that to me makes the whole experience worth it, all the hours I put into it, and I'm so glad that we were able to have that experience together. The word I would choose is transformative. This word kind of came to a head when I was taking my leadership development class in my last semester of my undergrad, and it's really about, going through experiences and making them more than just the obstacles you're facing. You're taking those experiences, learning from them, and coming out in the end a stronger individual and being one step closer to who you want to be. I think with my undergrad, I'm very fortunate and fulfilled to have had the experience that I did and being able to learn a little bit about myself and growing as a person. Myself in first year, I've definitely changed since then, thankfully, so I think that bringing everything together, every experience I had was a learning experience, and I'm grateful that I can come out on the other end having those experiences learned and hopefully keeping them on as I enter my new chapter. I don't think this milestone has quite settled in yet until I'm walking across that stage and sharing it with my friends, but I think that it's really a time of new beginnings. Originally, uncertainty, not knowing what the next path may be would bring me a lot of potential stress or uncertainty, but I've kind of learned to bring it with a more positive mindset and kind of conquer, things are going to work out, and it's an exciting time to be able to share, and I'm so fortunate to be able to do that in an in-person situation with my friends and sharing with fellow classmates. And I'm really excited for what the future holds, starting a full-time job, hopefully continue my passions in addition to that, and I'm excited to be able to share this experience with the rest of my class. I think what I'm looking forward to is a fresh start, new chapter, new beginnings to go from here. Before I started undergrad, I actually took a gap year between high school and university, and that was one of the best decisions I ever made. I got to save up money, get work experience, but also refocus and realize what I wanted to do in school, and it set me up to be able to have this great experience. And now it kind of feels like that. It's a fresh start. I can kind of conquer what I want to do, focus on my goals and my dreams, and I'm really excited for that chapter and being able to have that shared experience with the rest of class as well. And I think that accepting uncertainty and accepting that you don't necessarily what's going to go on 3 months, 6 months, 5 years from now is okay, and being able to take that in with an open lens and being willing to go on that journey. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it!